Greetings, nerdlings, and welcome to Amalgamation Presents World of Lorecraft, Racecraft, Firbolg Edition. Furbolgs originated from Northrend. They lived on Azeroth before Titans came to the world. Their oral histories speak of the first time Titans stepped on the world and roamed the wilds. Firbolg may have descended from early Pandaren who settled up in Northrend, becoming more feral, or Firbolg may have discovered Pandaria and their culture became more contemplative. Though the Firbolg were around at the time of the War of the Ancients 10,000 years ago, they did not take part in the war against the Burning Legion. However, due to a disturbance in the timeline instigated by the Old Gods, the original timeline was altered. In the new timeline, they were convinced to join an alliance comprising of the Night Elves, the Ayrton, and the Tauren against the Burning Legion created by the Dragon Mage Crassus. It was a reluctant but ultimately successful truce and formed the foundation for much of the familiarity and peace between the Night Elves and later Firbolg generations. It should be noted that other accounts corroborate that this happened, proven by the fact that the Blue Dragonflight currently exists. They were led by Ak. However, the Firbolg's close connection with the Forest was exploited by the Burning Legion during the Third War. As the Forests were corrupted, many tribes of the Firbolgs became tainted with evil or went completely mad and began attacking their former allies and destroying the lands they once protected. Individual satyrs such as Xandivius and Zabraxis are also known to be responsible for the damnation of entire tribes. What once were believed to be only whispers and rumours of attacks by savage and cruel bands of Firbolg in the Night Elves' enchanted forest have become an increasing concern for the Sentinels. It is thought that the passing of the Burning Legion and the vestiges of its demonic taint drove the simple and peaceful bear men to madness. Their aged and wizened leaders have been replaced by ruthless firebrands who lead the crazed Firbolgs to prey upon the denizens of Ashenvale Forest, where the Firbolgs coexisted peacefully with Night Elves for ages. With claw and fang they now seek to carve out their own home in the endless forest. Currently, many of these renegade Firbolg tribes remain on the loose and are considered a grave threat to nearby settlements. Those few Firbolg tribes who do remain uncorrupted have become withdrawn and suspicious, fearing that any outsider may bring corruption and madness to them as well. Firbolg languages, affiliation, and fate. Firbolgs have their own language, Ursine, and a few speak Darnassian. Firbolgs sometimes learn the languages of their friends and occasionally their enemies, including Common, Low Common, and even Torahe. Some Firbolgs speak Common and Low Common as primary languages. Horde players are able to briefly converse with the Firbolgs of Blackmaw Hold in Azshara during the quest to Blackmaw Double Cross using Briarroot Brew. Independent Firbolgs have long been friends of the Night Elves and regard the Tauren with esteem. They are wary of all other races. The Night Elves attempted to convince the Blackmaw Firbolgs of Azshara to join the alliance. They would have succeeded if not for Horde sabotage. Firbolgs are tied to nature. Some accounts have them worshipping primitive godlike figures, but primarily they revere nature and the spirits of the world. The Bear Twins are the primary patrons of those who believe in balance between nature and all living creatures. The Firbolg are the most fervent followers of the Bear Twins in the present day, following in their magical tradition and carving their fortress, Timbermaw Hold, in the form of a gigantic growling bear head. The hold is the shrine to the ancient Ursoc and Ursol. Firbolgs try to mimic the ales made by Ursoc. Firbolg leaders are shaman or druids, which Firbolgs usually also call shaman, making little distinction between the two practices. Firbolg priests are unheard of. Only those who break far from Firbolg society follow the path of a deity or philosophy. Ursa totemics follow the paths of the Bear Twins. Firbolg Appearance. Firbolgs resemble bears with a few humanoid characteristics, such as bipedal gait, dexterous hands, and the ability to speak. They dress in loose loincloths or togas when they wear anything at all. Fur colour normally ranges from light brown to black, and white Firbolgs from Northrend are called polar Firbolgs. Fur colour also denotes status in the tribe. Shaman have grey fur and black fur marks the most powerful Firbolg fighters. Furbolgs are big and strong, averaging 7 to 10 feet in height and 3 feet in width. Many furbolgs continue to grow even after they reach maturity, adding layers of muscle. Furbolgs' weight ranges from 300 to 400 pounds on average, though some reach 500 pounds. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, remember, play the game and game to play.